What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Episode 22 of the walkthrough. Picking up here from Rock View Balcony. The first thing we're going to do... Actually, how do I have this on my notes? Hold on, because I want to kind of... Yeah, okay, yeah. So we're going to go for the cave first. Go get you guys Moonveil Katana. So I know a lot of people were crazy about this weapon when the game first came out. See, I never really liked katanas. I've recently got into them a little bit, but I still... Because I like a shield, and it feels really weird wielding a katana with the katana moveset and a shield. So, a bit weird for me. But there's one that's really cool. It's got like black magic, which is not in the game. It's in the DLC. And it's really fucking cool. So I started getting into them. So when I was trying one of my first builds in this game, I tried Moonveil. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but a lot of people go crazy for it. It's really cool. It's got like the unsheathed moves, but the magic comes off of it. Transient Moonlight, I think it's called. I mean, it's definitely pretty dope. However, so Rockview Balcony, guys, as you see, we're just kind of heading south. One uphill. There is a chance that the big ass bird will see you here, so do keep that in mind. He might come get involved. These guys probably aren't really worth your time. They're not worth anything, but we do want to just kind of go on through here, get these runes, or just move on, you know? If you want to use, fire and blood loss and put these guys down, it's possible. You know what I mean? If you just want to, like, fully clear the area. But after that, you can kind of go into the edge, and you'll eventually see a little platform. The hell is it? Yeah, I think it's by the tree. And just kind of roll off here. And kind of roll up here. Yeah, there it is. It's like the roof to that. So this is the tunnel we're about to go in. Actually, is it a tunnel? Yeah, technically it's a tunnel, just a really small one. But before we do that, since we are right here, let's go ahead and just kind of put these guys down. The soldiers are going to be a little bit stronger than, the ones in Limgrave, obviously. The ones in the Urnia, obviously. It's the next stone. But with their upgrades... And I'm probably lower level than you guys. I'm at +6. We got all 10 somber weapons. So if you guys found something you like, there's a couple people that may have said, fuck it, let's bring us up to +9. And when we get the other 1 through 9 stones, I'll upgrade something better when I get it, But it is worth it for now to get a weapon to +9. I told you, you're going to have other chances, But having something for now, it's not going to be a bad idea. And the dogs... A lot of people hate the dogs. They're not too bad. We're just going to clear all this stuff out. Just so we don't have to worry about it on the way out. We can just kind of go to the next spot. Alright. So them down. I thought they were by a cart. Okay, it may have been a different area. Alright, let's go on up and get into our tunnel. So this is a relatively short tunnel, for sure. But it's got a lot of really good stuff in here, and Alexander's Quest is going to pick up in here, which is a really odd spot for it. They really, really, really want to make sure you do all of the game. But yeah, this tunnel is extremely rewarding. It's highly worth your time, no matter what build you are. You do get, smithing 4s in here, you get Moonveil Katana, you take out the Magma Worm, you get a handful of souls. So, just from the upgrades alone, there's also a very good dex weapon in here with a very unique moveset. It's really badass. I might even fuck around with it for a while. But we're gonna roll down. So as you see, our roll-offs are still being pretty rewarding for us. And we're just kind of like working our way down until we get to the side of grace. So as always with tunnels, caves, catacombs, you cannot exit until you actually, defeat the boss. So that's just how it is, it's kind of how it works. And I'm gonna start trying to get into this more. We have so much shit we picked up, so much stuff we picked up, guys. It is time to start using them. So we have dex going. 5 more points in the dex is going to get us a little bit more scaling, faith, magic, and obviously we have refill half your health, steadily restores health for a time, restores half your mana, temporarily boosts stamina and mixed physic, temporary boost stamina recovery speed. Then you have strength not tier, dex not tier, int not tier, and faith not tier. They also have magic shroud and crack tier, fire, holy, and lightning shroud and crack tiers, something to give you more damage on charge attacks. Opaline bubble tier, which puts that bubble around us and protects us, and then ruptured crystal tier causes concoction to explode and makes physics. So I'm gonna go with fire and dex. Our weapon is a dex scaling weapon, and obviously after that, we have our blood flame. So if I want to use that for a boss fight, I throw blood flame on, and we'll be getting increased fire damage. Now we're gonna have to fight a magma worm at the end of this, so it's kind of pointless for now. But I don't really mess with my tiers too much. You know what I mean? I'll leave them like that for a while. I should get more into that stuff, but if I'm like having a fire weapon, I'll just leave that one on. It's really good for most of the game. Now, I like to go behind here first, and what I like to do is run up. No, I don't have the firearm. Fuck, I wasn't thinking. Usually I have a fire weapon. If you could just run up and smack that guy with fire, he's gonna explode. And, and kind of just take everybody out. See, they all kind of stack on some damage here. But yeah, if you could use him to your advantage, it's not the worst idea. Oh, wait, you're not a shield. I gotta remember I have the seal on. Alright, now let's get our stuff. As I mentioned, you are going to get some smithing 4s here as well to add to your collection. Which is also nice too, because since I haven't brought anything else up with regular stones, if I do decide I want to go to this weapon, I'm going to have plenty of smithing stones to do that. That's what I said, kind of get one together at the start, then forget about it for a while. Then you'll eventually have so many stones when you find something you really like, not something you're like, oh, this would be cool for a bit, but something you really like, you will actually have plenty of materials to bring it up pretty fucking high. Alright, now with them down, we're going to go up towards the right. There's going to be a few soldiers here. Now their movesets are also going to change in Caleb. They're going to start doing like double swipes, like really quick double slash is the actual word, what it's actually called. And you're not expecting it, so they slash at you once, you're trying to get a guard counter, then you get hit with the next. Now there's going to be a big dude in here. He's going to wig out, let's see if we can get to him first. Oh, no we didn't. Yeah, he'll wig out for a minute. Oh, you bitch. Usually he's like hopping around and shit. Looks like he may actually got stuck. But regardless, he is not our problem anymore. Get your Summer 4 and get your Cross Naginata. There's only one of these weapons in a single playthrough. I've seen a lot of people doing PvP with 2 of them and just fucking everybody up because of the attack patterns. I guess people couldn't, they couldn't find an answer for it. This weapon is phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal for Dex. I hope I have the requirements. I don't think there's any strength for it. It shouldn't be. It should just be Dex. And considering we have almost, 25 Dex, 30 Dex with our Talisman. Yeah, so it causes blood loss to go up at 50. Then you're getting, a good amount of physical and C scaling and dexterity. So I like it. The attack pattern is very, very unique. Pretty badass, right? If you're getting like pokes and swipes, I really like that. Charge attack is just a spear moveset. You could also put your own, Ashes of War on there. So I really am thinking, because this isn't bad with the shield. We also got, shield and poke. Also just really unique moveset with it. It's a weapon I've never used before, so yes, I am actually thinking about just kind of fucking around with it, It's either that or maybe a katana, just to mix it up a bit. We got plenty of arcane for scaling now. We have blood loss, Ashes of War, so we can probably get a good amount of blood loss. But even without that, this weapon already has blood loss, so maybe we can do like fire and blood to go with our build. So there's a guy down here. It's really weird because he's actually going to blow that horn. But the thing of it is if you come in this way, the way we came, because at least this tunnel leads out both ways. But if you come in the way we came, everybody's dead. There's no one to call, but it doesn't stop him from using his horn. Thank you. Obviously, this thing's pretty weak right now because of the fact that it's not upgraded. does not have any Ashes of War. We're about to go change that. So let's just make sure we got all of our stones. We're about to move on. So we're already at the end of this. All we got to do is rest, talk to Alexander, then go take out another magma worm. So you guys remember, if you're doing fire, this is not going to do anything for you. To a magma worm, they do fire. And there's the boss. We're going to ignore the boss room. Grab your smith and forward. Open this. That's so weird. Alexander is not here. I don't know why. I've done this game in every different situation, every different scenario. Sometimes Alexander's here, sometimes he's not. I wonder if it has something to do with Radon being triggered. I'm not sure. But after that, we're actually going to run out of here real quick, because I want to try to put some upgrades in this, play with something different. Now this brings you back out to Limgrave. There's nothing around here. There's a troll. It's really weird. It's like doing cartwheels down this fucking hill. Really weird. But while we're right here, let's go ahead and jump to... I guess Artist Shack would be the closest place. Reason for this is because Alexander should be over here. Now I don't know why. I've done, like I said, every scenario. Most of the time, Alexander is in this cave. And then at some point, you know, he meets you at Radon Festival, and then at some point, he's over here and you can do a section of his quest. Whether you do this part of his quest or not doesn't matter. The outcome's the same. You can still do his quest even if you miss a few steps to it, as long as you talk to him on the Radon boss field. But I can't figure out what triggers him to be here and when. It's always different every playthrough. Even when I do everything the same, he seems to be at one spot and not the other. But I haven't seen him here in a long time. I've been trying to figure out how he ends up here. But I never figured it out. It seems like he's got to be here. No, he's not here either. So we triggered the Radon Festival. I told you guys there's a possibility. That makes sense. We did go talk to, we did go talk to Ronnie. And that supposedly has triggered the Radon Festival. You know, and I've always heard that, but last 3 playthroughs it didn't. That's why I was like, what the fuck? It's so weird. So if this is glowing, yeah, we have triggered the Radon Festival, so we can go fight Radon if we want right now. Alright, so that's where he is. That's why he's not in the cave. Okay, doesn't matter. If you've missed every piece of his quest, as long as we talk to him over here, or over here on the battlefield, and before the fight we're good, we can pick up those quests. It's really weird that we missed out on that, though. It's just some dialogue. He's just trying to tell you that he's on the way to the Radon Festival. That's it. You know, not a big deal. So, from here, it's completely optional for you guys if you find other weapons you want. So, it's either this for me or the katana. I'm not sure, but I've never used this before. So, I guess just to mix up the, the gameplay, let's try something new. I got 30,000 runes, 30,000 souls. So I have 43 ones. Does not bother me to bring it up to at least +3. 38 twos. Does not bother me to bring it to +6. Plus we can buy all those. So as long as I have 24, that's 2 weapons. So if I bring this up and I'm like, fuck, I kind of regret it, I still have enough left to do another weapon as well. Because remember, it's 12 each thing. So if you have 24 of each one, that's 2 weapons, right? So, and then even 4s. We have 34 4s. That's enough for 3 weapons. I'm surprised we have that many. Alright, we only have 7 5s, so we're going to stop. We're sitting here at +12, not bad. 206 +80, so 286 for scaling. And that's not even with an Ash of War, y'all. That's not even with an Ash of War. Especially when you start including the damn blood loss as well. And what's great about Ashes of War is they're going to put a lot more damage on it as well. If I get Sword Dance, it's over with. No shit. I've been wanting to show you guys this forever. So, with Keen, since we are Dex, look at that scaling. Scaling is going to go from 80 to 115, but we are going to go from 206 down to 181. But that's B scaling and Dex, and obviously quality is quality, CC. Fire. Fire gets more strength, less Dex. Let's see, in Faith, Cold, wouldn't be bad for this next fight, but I'd want to change it after. I would like to get Fire on it. I mean, the scaling wouldn't be the best, but it'd be 144 and 144 plus scaling. Dex scaling would be pretty shit. But I'm wondering if we got a Fire Ash of War, and we were to go Keen on that. Yeah, and key and that's B, and fire and that's E, and strength C. This sucks. Flame art still E. So the only thing for us is the regular scaling of the weapon with standard, or to go with keen. I don't know. I mean, a little less scaling for more base damage, so it's not, you know what I mean? That's not bad, but I think what we're going to do for this fight alone is just probably sword dance. I really like sword dance a lot. I'll probably keep using it, just change up the affinity, but for now, I said it's good with cold. Because we get, anytime you use cold, you get the frostbite, but you also get magic. And this weapon has innate blood loss, so we're going to have 45 blood loss instead of 50. We lose 5 blood loss buildup and pick up 85 frostbite buildup. So what's good about that is instead of 280, our weapon is now getting 353 AR at plus 12, and then you got the frostbite proc, you got the bloodlust proc. So back to jail tunnel or gale tunnel. The reason why I went with this is magma worms are weak to magic and frost. We're doing both. They only have a few weaknesses. Wrong side of the tunnel. You're making me progress the whole fucking thing, ain't you? Yeah, it's okay. It's short. Good little weapon test too. So yeah, look at that. Much better damage. Yeah, so magma worms are weak to a few things. Obviously, dragon wound, grease, blood loss, cold. Cold and magic they're really weak to. Lightning, they have a few weaknesses. The pure physical, and fire, they're the most resilient, especially fire. Fire does nothing. Bruh. I've been wanting to show you guys this Ash War. Now's a good time to set it. Look at that. That's sword dance for you. 2 big swipes up, pop, pop, and then 1 slam down. And I got that frostbite frog. It doesn't look as good when you're surrounded by everything. Yeah, just fucking shred shit. This fucking shreds every damn thing. Alright, so now we'll go back over here and rest one more time. That's kind of just a reset aggro, and if something happens, we'll, let's say we go in here and die. At least we'll jump back to this side of Grace, not the one up top. So now we're ready to go on in. So Magma Worm, we've already fought Magma Worm Makar and got that trophy. We all know what they do. They kind of run at you 3-4 times in a row, leaving a trail of magma behind us. Standing in that magma is a problem. Now, he might be higher level than the one from the Arena, even though that was a trophy boss and this one isn't. That damage ain't bad. Let's punish his head if possible. That's just, roll through. So far, so good. It usually does this 3-4 times. There we go. Bust that stagger up, baby. Get that critical. Booyah. Just, very telegraphed. Just watch what he's doing, guys. The best thing is not just dodging his attacks, but getting 3 charged does open him up for criticals. Or, you got a big ass war like that. Look at that. We've got blood loss proc and frostbite back to back. This is so strong. That was the first hit. So yes, we just beat a very difficult magma worm with getting hit 1 time, and we barely even got hit at that, so we almost did a no-hit run on him. He's just not that bad. Sword Dance will just make the game much easier for you, though. I will tell you that. Sword Dance is, it's just... And look how fast that shit comes out. Barely a mana cost at all. You know what I mean? So just fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal weapon. So from there, because we're cleared rock through balcony. Actually, we're going to go back to Rock View. That way we can kind of just work our way down the main road and press forward. So... I told you last episode we touched on this. So if you notice, Caelid is red. So to get in the lore just a bit and explain what's going on here, during the Shattering there was a battle with Millennia, everyone's boss they hate the most. Swears it's the hardest boss in gaming, which she's definitely fucking hard as fuck. But, you know, Melania is a badass. Radahn's probably a bigger badass. So they have a fight out here. She can't beat Radahn. You know, Melania, as bad as she cannot beat Radahn. And Radahn, being an honorable person, actually lets her recover. During that, she makes a last-ditch effort, and she was inflicted with rot, so she has this power where she can do a blossom and explode, huge explosion with rot. So she does that to take him out, which caused Radahn to lose his mind, and why they're having the festival to kill him, just to give him an honorable death, because he lost his mind from it. Well, it ended up infecting the whole area of Caelid with rot. That's from Melania. Yep. And she couldn't beat him, so she's like, fuck it, well, I'll just kill all of us together. So what Radahn soldiers are doing is they're kind of just going around burning everything to try to cleanse the rot, and that's why we're dealing with all the fire enemies here. So I told you I'd explain it. I wanted to do so. So I should really keep on Frostbite. Doesn't go with my build, and I like to stay with what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean, with my theme. So because of that, I am going to go and switch over to fire. So I am going to lose some scaling, but like I said, I get the good base damage, right? And even though these enemies are weak to, you know, frostbite, we'll still have the blood loss. So we're just going to kind of go forward. Now, we know we've already hit everything on the left side. And to the right was that tunnel. We know we're hitting that too. And this is going to kind of curve around and take us down. And perfectly sets us up to, you know, take on everything. Let's see what our damage is like. Yeah, even though these are fire enemies. Oh, you bitch. Well, they're more rot, so the fire will actually work good on them. It's probably best not to fuck around here. Just little weapons test. We got a lot of shit to do, so we're gonna move on. Yeah, I was just trying to, you know, see what our fire was doing here, see if it's the right call, but if they're doing rot, we're good to go. So, now we're about to go on down and take out our first dogs. Show you guys how to do that. Now, I'm unfamiliar with this weapon and this moveset. I just wanted to try something different this playthrough. Typically, I come here with a great sword. I hit him with a big old beefy attack, and I put him down. Yeah, it's not easy. Oh, wait, you're not a fucking shield. Usually it's not too bad to stagger these guys. They damn sure stagger each other pretty good too. Thank you. Guard towers work really good here as well, as you see. So while the dogs are a little bit of a headache, they're just not that bad. So, moving on. We've already hit this cart. We've already got the scarabs. What we're going to do next is go on in here. Now, the birds are definitely a challenge, for sure. Like, you know, the birds are definitely a challenge. So, they're going to do, like, this pop. And it makes it sound like they're staggered, but they're not. They're throwing you off. So, you got to kind of learn the difference of the sound between these pops. You'll kind of learn that too. That blood loss on old boy. Okay, so now we can come over here, pop this chest. And right over this cliff, you're kind of looking down over at the Great Jar. You know, where we were last episode when we came on up. Explosive bolt's very powerful. And we're gonna have two dogs over here kind of eating something. So just kind of take them down. Thank you, sir. Alright. Take them down. There's like just a random soldier over here on this rock. Just like kind of chilling, taking the day off, I guess. To make him pay for it. No days off, motherfucker. Alright, so as I said, that's the Great Jar's quest down there. That's very much the quest we're going to have to come back to. Now we got that. We're good to head on down into Calem Ruins. Now, there will be another dog or two in the way. You can take them out if you want to clear the area and just kind of take your time and not worry about them. The hell? I don't even see him. I like this. This targets the head great with that down top chop. That is awesome. Alright, so we already got this side of grace early on. So the way we want to progress this place is honestly just to go in the right side, this right doorway here. The boss is kind of over the left, so what I like to do is just kind of go in a circle. Our weapon's not going to do great at this ruin, but you got to remember, most of the enemies in this zone are actually raw enemies, but you know, there's a handful of fire ones too, you know. So if you're doing a fire weapon, it's going to be nice. I told you guys, I usually do faith. The faith is straight up fire, you know what I mean? So most of the time, unless you're doing holy, which I just don't do. And my weapon, needless to say, my weapon's just always held up great, so. But obviously, if you're, you know, using frost here, it'd be better, but it's not really necessary. Just kind of let them take each other out. We're just really circling around, making sure we got everything. Go. Alright, so we're good here. And there's going to be some of those cart guys that are in the area. They kind of blow the fire everywhere. They're only vulnerable to backstabs. So do keep that in mind. Alright, so now, like I said, we're just kind of making a circle so we can jump up in here. We don't have to clear all these enemies out, guys. I mean, I was gonna. It's just more trouble than what it's really worth. So let's just kind of stick to what we're doing. Player cards are actually can jump on top of these guys. And get a critical. It's so dope. I love doing this. So once you do that, run like hell. That's fucking awesome. God, I love it. It never gets old, y'all. It never gets fucking old. During our way, we are going to take them out, obviously. Usually, it'll kind of just, you know, explode and kill each other. So now most of it is just, you know, smoldering butterflies. We're still going to, you know, kind of try to pick up everything. Now we're almost up to the boss. I do like to try to take out the cart guys, because when we come back up, if we don't know he's right here, and he's like trying to run us over and breathe fire and spin all around in circles, it could be a, you know, it could actually be a problem. So let's try to creep on. We'll deal with those guys here in a second. See if we can creep on over and get a critical on this guy. Make life a little bit easier. Come back on over here. Dragonfly heads. We're pretty much done here. We have this one little section. I guess we'll take this out before the boss. I was going to hit the boss and come back for it, but he's right here. And usually I like to just do the boss last. You know, it just makes sense to do it that way, just like everything else, right? Like right now, we can do a fight Radon if we want, but I'm not doing it until, you know, we have Caleb done. It just doesn't make sense to do so. You know, you fight the boss last once you clear your area. We do need to get on over this one last little ledge. Let's get your little loose loops. And we're good for the boss. So this boss is a double, what do they call, Pumpkinhead fight. And actually that Pumpkinhead summons we picked up, it's actually really good. One of my favorite regular summons. You know, that isn't a special one. They're pretty nice. So you can summon for help here. You know, you can use your summons, obviously. And it can keep the one distracted, which usually have a quick second. So if you go and try to get the one to the right, pretty much take him out, you know, then we're focused on the next. spin and spin and spin. You just kind of, you know, dodge through it. Go. Can't state enough, man. Guard counters, they're just so fucking strong. They really are. Oop, wrong way. So now we go this way and get one of the biggest, beefiest shields in the game. It's not the biggest or the beefiest, but it's probably fucking second or third. Like, it's really up there. Actually, the biggest, beefiest shield in the game is probably the most hidden item in the entirety of the game. It is so hidden. It is ridiculous. It's a madness shield. I mean, it's hidden. One of the hidden items, one of the hidden endings for the game is, you know, the secret trophy endings. It's fucking hidden. It's crazy. I can't wait to get to it. It's beneath the Capitol and the sewers, and through multiple mazes, and it's multiple mazes. It's just crazy. Just gonna jump back to Gael Ruins and get a level. So with this, we can go, we are back into decks at this point, which is nice. Alright, so next up, we're going over off to the left. We're going to go to these rocks. These rocks have a few little loots, but one in particular actually has a smithing 5, as I said. Like, you're going to really have to collect all the smithing 5s in the open world in Caelid, and all the ones out the tunnel, plus the ones we got in the Urnia. Like, getting every single one. Everyone from the quest, everyone from the capital. Everyone to actually get your weapon up to plus, 15. So that includes getting this one. Try to take these assholes down. If I can get a hit, it'd be nice. Bye-bye, sir. Yeah, like I said, they're not too bad. I think that's your beast bones. It's kind of what they're all down there fighting over. Now we're gonna go up on the rock. And we don't have to kill every single dog and every single bird, but we do want the items. So someone's coming to. We're not gonna start no shit, but if they start shit, we'll handle it. We'll handle our business. You know what I mean? But we're not looking for it, right? We got bigger fish to fry. Now there's two sets of rocks like this, like big rocks you can climb. There's these, and there's the other ones are kind of dead across from these. Both have items, but only one has a smithing 5, and I think it's actually the other one. Let's see if we can just... Alright, there we go. Sacramento blood. Ugh. And those are the other rocks we want. Like I said, you can fight the guy if you want to, but if you can get away so we can save time to actually get a lot of the stuff I have played for this episode, that would be better. Obviously. Now we're going to hit these rocks, and there's actually another ruins right next to the Gael ruins. And we're about to go there. Only thing there is just running downstairs for a weapon. It's not like, what we just did. But, we're getting everything. We're doing everything. It is a sleep sword. It's a sword that builds up sleep build up. So it might be nice for newer players if they want to, mess around with that stuff. Alright, see, that's how you trick shit. That's not a stagger. He makes that noise to make you think he's staggered, and he's not. Come on, buddy, we got shit to do. Oh! Bro, I need up there. I need my stone. Alright, let's go around again. He's being a dick. I'm pretty sure the stone's on the one on the left, but there's still items, we want to get all this stuff. Alright. So did we actually pick up... Well, we got the Sacramento bud already, but I thought there was... Alright, it doesn't matter. Just ignore them. What we want to do is go over to this rock over here. And as you see, they're big giant skulls, like skulls from giants. That's what they really are. And there you go. There's your Smith and 5. That's all we cared about, because we're trying to stack those up so we can get our weapon up to plus 15. We're at plus 5 now. 12 stones is all 3 tiers, you know, 3 tiers at a time per stone. So I wait until I have a full 12 to even get any of those upgrades. It's easier to keep track of for me. So you'll notice on the map, if you can actually see the map, this is right next to the other ruins. Oh god, my time is a bit off. Oh, she ain't dead? He is now. Alright, so this is going to take a stone sword key. Like I said, it's a sword that does put up sleep buildup. So with sleep, though, when you put an enemy to sleep, you start attacking them, you wake them right up, right? So do keep that in mind. It just allows you to get a couple hits here and there if you're really struggling. Now, there's sleep and there's eternal sleep. Now, the base game does not have eternal sleep. That's something you're going to get in the DLC, right? So when we get on over there, there's a upgraded version of St. Trina's sword. And it does eternal sleep. Now, eternal sleep does not wake up enemies when you attack. So that's, you know, what's going to be the real difference. But it's not going to come to play for about 40 hours. So, 40, yeah, probably about 55. Because you got to actually, you know, progress through the DLC to that also. So from there, we'll be working our way down here. We already got the rocks. Yeah, let's go ahead and run straight for Fort Gael. So it's going to be to your left. And it looks, you know, kind of far on the map when you zoom in, but it's really not. So we got all the loose loot in the area to get. That's Fort Gael right there. Now on the way, there is some stuff. So we already took these guys down and cleared that. If you guys remember, that's right outside the tunnel. So we did all that. So what we want to do is go ahead and grab this side of Grace. Now there is a scarab out here with the Asher word called Flame of the Red Mage. It's kind of like Flaming Strikes, but it doesn't buff your weapon. It just throws out. You know, it just throws out fire in front of you. And then when I actually did testing, it was kind of shitty because the other one, Flaming Strike, throws out fire in front of you. And then you can swing your weapon through it and buff your weapon with fire. And then when it throws out fire, it does a bigger, wider sweep than Flame of the Red Mage. You know, so it doesn't even make any sense. We're trying to cut this fucker off and get to him. It's really hard to do. He runs in big circles, and he'll loop around and he'll come out this side. And remember, you're not as fast as they are. Damn, we got lucky as fuck. You're not as fast as they are. So what I have to do is, like, if he's coming this way and circling this way, you can't chase him and never reach him. So what you're trying to do is run to the other side every time. And he's going to circle around, like from here, around those rocks, around that stump, right to where we are now. So, and you can also use the dogs to try to get him down too. It's harder than you would think, though. You're going to be a dick. Alright, so from there, we're actually going to rest. We only have 5 heals. There's a lot of heavy hitters over here. And we do have one more little loose loot area to get to before we even start the fort. So from the side of Grace, now that we're all rested, we're just going to go straight across. We're ignoring everybody right here. We're going to get to the smoldering wall. Alright, kind of go left. There's a very little camp. And in it is a chest. In this chest is only crafting ingredient, but it's the slumber eggs, and they are really rare. Plus we got, you know, we're trying to get everything, so. Damn, he just roared and broke our guard. It's wild. Thank you. you. Alright, I'm gonna pop this chest. You say get your slumbering eggs. Because they are, they are pretty rare. Now we can go and remove the marker because we know where it's at and go back to Fort Gael North. So, this is a very small fort. There's not much here, but there is some good stuff. We have one fish weapon. We have a new talisman that's actually going to add 5 levels of strength. And then on top of that, we also have an incantation that's going to go with our build. It's called Flame Grant Strength. Now, we already have Flame Cleanse Me, so it's in the same family as that, but this one actually buffs your damage by 20% and it boosts fire damage as well. So I don't have to, tell you why it's going to go with our build and what we're doing. Did I really just two-hand my shield? Oh, new armor. So I get behind him, take him out. Man, they got so much fucking health. We gotta get these upgrades in, apparently. I think we're still like 4 or 5 short, and we will get them. He's one of the biggest threats. As we go up there, there's this one guy that's gonna make it rain gravity magic arrows. We'll deal with him when we get up top. He shouldn't even notice us here yet, though. There's a lot of guys here, and we'll use a lot of heals, but we'll actually keep getting our heals replaced, too. Sorry, it's you got a lot going on right now. We are kind of laying into these assholes, though. Alright. If I knew I would have liked this weapon's moveset so much, I would have got this thing a long time ago. I never used it before. I will hardly do a dex build. Like, in the DLC, I'm going to respec. Because we're doing, like, Blood Flame build for the base game as recommended. But when we get to the DLC, we're always just going to do what they want. And I'm going dex faith when I get there. But I don't really use dex that much. I never got to play around with this weapon. It's pretty cool. But as you see, guys, as we are going up, we're just kind of hitting the left and then the right, going up, to either side and hitting these little camps. And just kind of clearing them out, getting whatever items are there. I do want to put on our new armor, though. God, he is fucking us up. Don't worry, we're not far from taking him out. Don't you worry. Alright, so we got that. Now we're going to go on up and just, hit the left real quick, then hit the right real quick, and then we're pretty much done. And, ready to get closer to the fort. And we could just run on up and take him out, but it's not too bad to avoid him. Oh, we should wait to the end of his combo. It's such a fucking thing here, isn't it? This place is fucking packed with people. Alright. Like I said, so now we're going to go into the right, grab this stuff, take out these guys. I'm probably just going up and take this dude out. He's starting to annoy. Just make sure nothing else is here. There's no sense in coming back to an area, You guys are going to notice, too, the enemies here work so much. You're going to constantly, get way up there on runes. I'm not saying you're going to rack up 30 levels coming through Caleb, but you're going to get a few for sure. Alright, now we're finally ready to take this brick out after working our way up. And it'd probably be better if you're a newer player. And I should have said this, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's that bad because you can just heal through it. But if you're a newer player and you're struggling and you're just getting killed left and right here, just come all the way up to the top and, work it backwards. Also, if you're a newer player, don't even worry about trying to learn to parry. I mean, do it, you know, if you want to. There's some enemies it is nice to learn parry for, but these guard counters, guys, no skill on a shield, so you can always get to that Ash of War, and playing on your guard counters is a very powerful play style, and it's very friendly to new players because it's pretty easy to understand, you know. So you guys see, I'm busting poise like crazy with a weapon that probably doesn't have much poise break, you know, and that's the guard counters, you know. So we're gonna have two guys here. So I'm just gonna backstab, hit my support. That seemed to work pretty well with these guys so far for me. Right here is your incantation that you really want. It's gonna, like I said, boost physical and fire damage. Bitch. If you're by the edge, be careful. I've had these guys knock me down before. Pain in the dick, bro. Come here. Come here. Where's my damn backstab? Thank you. Did he take him out? Yeah. Now, there is some smoldering butterflies right here in the fire. If you guys want to go ahead and pick those up. There we go. And we are good to go to enter the fort. So that incantation, flame, grant me strength. And I'll show you guys. It does what I said, but so just, you know, raises physical and fire affinity attack power. So we're doing fire affinity right now. But yeah, you know, when you're doing fire damage, that's going to be raised. And it also does raise your physical damage by 20%. Huge. But I'm pretty sure you get an additional boost to, like, it's 20% guaranteed for physical, and I think you get an additional boost to fire damage. So that might be 30 or some crazy shit. I don't know for sure. I have to look it up. It's been a while. But I do know that's, I pretty much always have some faith in my build. Faith's like my baby. I gotta have some faith. Like even this. We're going Dex Arcane, relying a lot on faith. And we don't need much faith to do it. But, you know, like, you know, 15 faith's gonna get us all the arcane spells I care to use. But still, because that's how good faith is. Faith is just phenomenal in this game. I always do something with faith. Always, because it's just that good. And that buff is something that I keep on. I always have a spot saved for that. Anyways, guys, as we go in, you know, just cross your beam, come over here, get your stones, your warming stones. Now we're gonna go up. You gotta navigate this place a weird way, but I'll show you as we go up. So up, we're gonna take out a few soldiers and a knight. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking guard counters, I love them, I can't say it enough. Ooh, I need that stamina though. Come on, hurry up before your buddy comes. Hurry, he's coming, hurry. Fuck us. This dude means business. He's not the guy you want on you. You know what I mean? Thank you. Use your tools, you know what I mean? That's why you have them. Make sure you're actually using these incantations. That's why I suggested this build and try to set it up, you know, the way I am. So we have all these things at our disposal. Ooh, that was a big one. Alright. Yeah, he's a beefy boy now. You know, don't take him lightly. So right here is gonna be your strength talisman, star scourge heirloom. You can get some lore from this gentleman right here. He's just gonna tell you about the Radon Festival. Convene the Festival of War. Honor General Radon with a warrior's glory. It's in your hands, Sir Jaren. Now Jaren's the one that's throwing the festival. Now from this point, we're going to, yeah, because we'll be able to get down over there. So we're going to run and just jump right through this rail. You're going to land over here. So if you go over here to the left, you'll be able to pull the lever for the main gate, which you're never going to come in again, but, you know, it's here. It's involved with clearing the place. Look at this fucking view. It's fucking incredible. You can see every detail of Limgrave. I love it. It just never gets old. This game and its visuals never gets old. One of the most beautifully stunning games I've ever seen, especially for how dark it is. 10 mushrooms. I mean, it's a dark game, but man, it's insane. Now from here, we're just gonna kind of run, jump down. This ensures we didn't miss anything because we go in here and got Kotar. I don't know how you say it. It's a fist weapon, y'all. Katar, Kotar. Now we're having another line. You guys remember these guys? We took out both the lines at Redmayne. So we took out 2 there, take out 1 here. This gets us Lion's Claw, which is that Ashen War the Knights were doing. If you guys remember, they did like a front flip. So just a few guard counters. Oh, I fucked it up, didn't I? Like I said, if he does that spinning swipe, just kind of go around in a circle. Oh, he caught me in healing animation. Dick. There you go. Like I said, it's going to get you Astroboard Lion's Claw. In DLC, we get Savage Lion's Claw, where you do 2 front flips. Really cool. Alright, so from there, the fort is done. So it's going to jump back to Fort Gael North. Look at the timing. We're at 51 minutes. So we don't really have the time to do anything else. We could go and get up to what we're doing next. So what we're actually doing next is we're just going to kind of go straight down over here. Actually, it's going to make more sense to do the abandoned cave first, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're just kind of working our way downhill here. And what you do, there should be like 1 item sitting on a ledge. Yep, right down here. So you're just going to go straight down the cliff, aim towards your left. Pretty much the only way to get to this item. There's your Smith & 4. We have to go down here. There's a handful of guys. Nothing really crazy going on here. I just want this one guy dead. Yeah, he said nothing really comes to this. There's, no real reason to take these guys out other than clearing your areas, which you should do, But you see, it's kind of a fucking headache. And it's kind of bullshit because he's not hitting on his own guys. He's swiping at them. It's weird because sometimes they do hit their own guys, and then sometimes they don't take damage. I'll get you, dick. Alright, so if you guys have a sword that does, like, regular slashes, you'll probably be doing better than me. Regardless, we got them all. Let's go around getting our materials. Pumpkinhead still ain't dropped his helmet yet. I'm waiting to get that. It's really cool, actually. Alright, now we have all that. We just kind of go right down in here. This is the Pond of Rot, not the Lake of Rot. This is like the Pond of Rot, we'll call it. Now, as you go on back, eventually you're going to see a little cave to your right. Now, this is one of the longer caves, but it's a good one. It leads to one of our very first Dex Arcane weapons, like true ones. It's a short sword that does magic, no blood loss. See, a lot of people think that Arcane has to always do either poison or bleed, and that's just not always the case. There are, I think it's only 2. And really, it's 2 swords of the same class. One's just a smaller version of the same thing, and one's a great sword variant. But after you do this tunnel, you do get a Dex Arcane short sword. And, it's not bad. It just does magic, so no blood loss or anything. So more arcane, more magic, more dex, more physical, obviously. So we are going to do that next episode. And after that, we're going to jump over to the smoldering wall, and we're going to do another cave that gives us the Golden Scarab Talisman, which is increases your rune gain up to 30%. So I'll probably put that on to help get some levels up, because there's not really any talismans I like it so far. But yeah, so it's pretty much just like a cave run. We'll do some caves, and we're just gonna come down here, do ruins and stuff. And by the end of the episode, we'll actually be in the Swamp of Ionia, and all we got left is the Swamp of Ionia and Millicent's quest line. A little catacomb down here, and we're ready for Verdant. So like I said, Caleb, there's a lot packed in, but there's not really much here as far as time. A good 3 hours, you can do the whole bottom half of Caled, while Liurnia took us like 7-8 hours. So either way, there's a lot of really great stuff here, and we actually do start running into stuff for arcane builds. So that's good too, as that's been quite rare. Either way, guys, we are going to wrap up here. And get ready for Jail Tunnel or Jail Cave next episode. Then push on from here, just knocking out as much as we can, and start trying to just get on over to Swamp of Ionia. So y'all, please like and subscribe. I hope you are enjoying the walkthrough. Most importantly, I hope it's helpful, and we'll catch you next time.